Hey guys, Corrie here with a Hip Kit Club scrapbook process video for you. Today I'm doing a page with just the May 2018 main kit. It's just the main kit only, except for, of course, white cardstock for the background, but other than that, it's just the main kit. And this video is kind of crazy because I'm going to show you the entire page. I'm going to mess up, and then I'm going to go back and redo the whole page. So you'll see what I'm saying as we go along, but just so you're aware that it is going to be a little bit of both. I'm also using this concept of color blocking, which of course I had to go look up because I wasn't real sure what it was. And so my basic understanding of it is that it is you basically take colors from different parts on the color wheel and put them together for kind of a bold look. So what I'm using is these three colors: green, the hot pink, and the yellow. And I felt like those were all from different parts of the color wheel, and together I felt like it was a color scheme that was pretty bold, which works out really good because the theme of my page is going to be about my daughter, and I'm going to say that she's bold. So that's where I'm going with color blocking. So cut me a little slack if it totally isn't right. I'm doing my best here. I am not a trained artist. I just like to scrapbook. So guys, I'm learning along with you. So we're going for a bold color scheme on this one. I also kind of like the graphic designs in these papers, the lines in the green and then the circles in the pink. So I thought hopefully that all works together. So, of course, I think I also read someplace where it was like these clean lines and everything else, which of course I don't ever do. So I'm throwing that part of the whole color blocking thing just out the window. I'm not going to do that part. So we'll just go with the color scheme here. So I adhered those strips of paper down and then I stitched on top of them, just to make sure that, well, I'm not even worried about them being secure. It was really just for the texture of the thread, which I thought was pretty cool. And then I'm going to have my photos over to the side here. I'm using this card that came out of one of the embellishment packs. And this page is actually pretty quick because when you don't have, I find it's really easy to scrapbook quickly when you're only using one of the kits. I mean, when I have like all the kits and I can go through and just pick everything, it takes me a little bit longer only because I want to look through all the pieces and stuff first, but one kit. I thought these cute little sunglasses were great, mainly because they were the same color scheme as what I was going for here. And I'm using this little butterfly, the best words, and then also the little badge piece, which I thought were cool. Now, I love these stickers that came with the kit, and so I am going to use those here and there up and down my page, but I just love them, and how awesome it was the exact same color scheme that I was looking to use in this page. So I'm just going through putting all these on there, and I'm really liking the way it looks. But here's the thing, guys, this is it just doesn't have enough splatters or drops or whatever on it. So even though these stickers are really cool, I feel like things are missing. So I'm trying to find more embellishments, and added a couple more stickers. I'm going to curl the pages up for curl the edges of the photos up for a little bit of dimension and stuff, just because we're not using a ton of embellishment. I'm not using a ton of embellishments, just anything to make things stand up a little bit more. I feel like adds some weight to the page when it really doesn't. I'm going to put my daughter's initial on the page, just going to cut out a little A from those stickers, and then use these great letter stickers, which I love. They're so cool. They look like they're kind of worn, which I think is really neat, kind of like distressed thickers, which is so cool. Use that for the title. And I'm using She's Bold, which there's no apostrophes in this sticker package. There maybe were some commas or something like that, but it was just a little bit too big. So what I ended up actually using was just one of the stickers that's supposed to be a period, and I just put it right there between the E and the S. Worked out really good. So I'm getting to this part where I'm like, okay, I need to add at least some ink. So I got an old card, got my India ink out, and look at that. Terrible. I got so frustrated. I just made a mess. It was like I did it on purpose. I can't believe I did that to myself. I mean, I threw an all-out hissy fit. I turned the camera off and seriously, like, I cried. I was so frustrated with myself. So then once I calmed down and got my panties out of a wad, I decided I was going to salvage this page by remaking it, but I didn't want to lose all of those great things that I'd used from the embellishment kit, so I'm just going to very carefully take my page apart. Yes, this is kind of like, I needed to do this after I threw my hissy fit, which thankfully I didn't record because it was quite terrible. This really was like punishment in and of itself of having to sit here and take all this off. Of course, I lost a couple of stickers because I had smeared ink on them and I couldn't get it off. So, stupid me. But as I redo the page, it comes together quite quickly. So, we'll just watch it again. I didn't want to use my little thingy, like edge distressor. I pulled out the big guns and plugged in this Zutter thing and went ahead and made that a lot faster because now, of course, I'd already made this page once, so it seemed a bit ridiculous to spend any amount of time really on recreating it. I just really wanted to get it finished. I'm just going through the same type of deal just like I did before, and I am going to stitch those down just like I also did before. But this time, while I add some ink, I'm going to just be a little more cautious. Oh, yeah, there, I screwed up the photo too, so I had to reprint another photo because I peeled it off and peeled some sticky stuff off and it got swaggy all over it. Ugh, it was like one thing after another, it felt like. So once I got my photo reprinted, thankfully I would print it home, and so it wasn't that big of a deal. Get that all trimmed up, and then I can go back in. All right, so I'm being careful with my ink this time. I'm going to use a paintbrush so I get the right size drops, and I'm going to do it without all the embellishments in the photos on because that's really stupid to do anyhow. And I'm just going to go back in and be patient, get this all taken care of, and once it's dry, I'll go back in and start putting the page back together. So I'm just going to adhere down the photos. And some of my little clusters, like that little badge cluster and stuff, was already there. So just going through and trying to remember where I had put everything. Now, this is a few days later actually now, because I was being patient and waited for that to dry, and then the weekend happened. And so you know how that goes when the weekend comes. It's easy to get distracted on family stuff and other different adventures. So this page had to wait until today. So getting everything adhered back down. Of course, none of my thickers really have any sticky on the back, so I'm using hot glue to get those on, get my little butterfly back in, get the badge down really well, and look, there, oh, yes, that's right, go back and get my stickers on, and then it's pretty much to the point where it was prior to me having the giant globby black mess up and hissy fit that I had. So I'm gonna get all these stickers on, and then I'm gonna date it. I'm just dating the page as of today, which is May 15th, that I'm actually recording this, and that's really just because it wasn't about the photos, it was more about her. So just how I felt about her today. This girl's got crazy confidence, and it's pretty amazing, and I love watching it, to the point where we tell her to tone it down from time to time, but hey, I'd rather it be that way than her have no confidence. So guys, that's pretty much it. That's my page. It's, again, main kit only, so lots of color, lots of bold colors and geometric shapes, so on and so forth. I love the way that it turned out. If you guys have any questions, please leave them for me in the comment section. Otherwise, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And remember, you can find me creatively on Instagram at Corrie J Creative. Bye!